Okay, very good. Ric Flair, you have made world. Put that cigarette out.
All right, it's time for the first ever installment of Put That Cigarette Out.
I can't wait to hear him say it on the broadcast. He just said it, actually.
Yeah, I think he just said it.
Yeah.
All right. Well, we still need to figure some things out with Put That Cigarette Out.
There he is.
We haven't quite... Is he going again?
Yeah.
We haven't quite figured every single thing out yet. Like I mentioned, a rubric. I don't know how we rate these. I want to rate these.
Yeah.
Maybe that'll be a second episode type thing. Is it still going?
Yeah, he's over there.
Oh my god.
He's definitely gonna.
He's gonna make an
out.
appearance.
Yeah.
I need like a sticker.
I did on my
Ninja
own. I had meant to
Turtle
go through and like write down everyone that entered, and then when they got eliminated, like in order. And I never did that. I just watched it last week, and
I wrote some things down. So it was the first ever Royal Rumble. It was 1988, and of course you have to explain the rules because we've never done this before. But it never stops. We always explain the rules like 6 times.
yes.
So of course we're going to do that.
And this is not the rules that stick.
It's not totally the rules that stick because there's only 20 men
Yes.
in this Rumble. Fink after Vince explains the rules. Fink also explains the rules. We start out with 2 guys already in the ring.
Yep.
Bret Hart.
This is very clearly like a test run. Like, let's see if people like this.
Bret Hart and
Yep.
Tito Santana.
Too good. Well, I actually Bret Hart's a bad guy at this point, right?
Bret's evil.
Yes, he
Tito's a face. I believe Tito's part tag team champion, one half of the champs.
Yes.
With
I believe.
the Anvil, the Hart Foundation.
No, Tito, Strike Force. I
Oh,
think
Strike
is-
Force. Yes, I'm sorry.
is one half
Which,
of the
it was
tag
him
champs.
and
I forget who the other guy is.
Strike Force. I'll come up with it here.
The other guy. So they begin and have like a nice wrestling match to start it, which I was surprised by.
Rick Martel.
That's right.
Yeah.
Before he was the model.
Yeah.
That's something you got to remember when you're going over this, is that this is the 88 WWF. There's a lot of weirdos in here.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
And this isn't even like, it gets weirder, but also at least like it makes more sense. Like some of the things in the people in this match, like what are you doing?
So I definitely want to get, in these reviews, I want to get the highlights, the best of the best, the lowlights, the weirdo of the night, who's the weirdest person in this
Yep.
Rumble, and the best elimination. I at least want to hit some of those. So if any of those pop up in your brain, let me know.
I'll say I only didn't know 6 wrestlers in this. All the others I had
Interesting.
at least heard of.
I had heard of all of them, but there were some that I had to like, I struggle with a little bit.
Yeah.
Ron Bass being one.
Ron Bass, Sam Houston.
Sam
Guys that I
Houston.
know, but not very well.
Right.
Sam Houston sounds like a basketball player.
They've been around a while.
Sounds like an old
Isn't that a team? Sam
frontiersman
Houston
slash.
State? Sam Houston University?
I'm sorry, what did you want us to pay attention to?
Don't worry about it.
All right.
Butch Reed is your first guy to enter.
I mean, at number 3.
No, well, the first entrant, I guess, after
natural.
the first 2, the natural Butch Reed. Tito Santana hits a double noggin knocker. I feel like we're going to see that for like 10 Rumbles, and then it'll be gone. Or do you think
At
more?
least 10.
At least 10? You think 14?
Because we got to
You
get
gotta-
deep into Gorilla Monsoon before that goes away.
You get it at least twice in this match alone.
Right.
And
Right. Double knot.
it becomes very apparent because it's one of the best, one of my favorite things that Gorilla Monsoon calls out is he goes nuts for the double noggin knocker, and he will call it out by name every time.
I assume Gorilla was around and calling stuff at this point as well.
I don't know, yeah.
I believe so. But this is Vince and Jesse the Body.
Yep. Which is right away he starts and he calls Tito Santana Chico.
Yeah, right. He
That's
does
not the
that.
last time you hear that.
No, you hear that a lot. Jesse does. This is a nice pairing. I like this pairing. I know people hate Vince on commentary, but I think that their back and forth is pretty fun. He says, I love that you can double team people. That's the greatest part of this match. And you can't complain about it, McMahon.
Yeah.
Byron.
Yep.
Neidhart comes in, so now it's 3-on-1.
And they got a real tag team in here,
Yep.
which is one thing that to
They've
present day
lost.
never comes to fruition.
Right.
Never do they just stick together till the end. Sometimes they'll get a couple people out, but then
Sure.
one, and it's not even like, all right, there's 3 people left. I'll turn on him now when he's not expecting it.
Yeah,
It's like halfway through, like, oh no, I could have got you out, so I did it.
yeah.
And the announcers go, like, every man for himself. Like, no, it's so stupid.
Yeah.
I've kind of lost that a little bit over the last few years because there's no real tag teams in it anymore.
true. Yeah.
Like,
It'd be one
there's
thing.
no
if,
real
like,
tag teams in general.
It'd be
usually,
one thing if like the New Day did it to each other,
which they
that would be crazy.
haven't. I don't
Which they
I
believe.
feel like
Yeah.
they're never in the ring at the same time.
Yeah,
They're like, they don't stick around.
Yeah, I don't think that's happened, but maybe I'm wrong. Anyway, Jake the Snake comes out to a huge pop, tosses Butch. He's super over. He teases DDT, but he gets fucking clobbered
Yep.
by Jim Campbell Neidhart. Just shoot lariat, just clobbers him.
Yep.
King Harley Race comes out. This is maybe the worst. He looks awful.
He's old.
He's old.
And he's
He
around
looks
a
terrible.
couple times. I
He
don't
has
think this is his last Rumble.
maybe the worst gear I've ever seen.
He's in it for.
He's got that purple, tiny purple tights with that crown, but it doesn't look like a crown because it's all stretched out. I don't know if it was supposed to be. I don't know if it's just because he's big and it's stretched out or if it was made so terribly. I'm not sure. Jumpin' Jim Bronzell.
Which is weird
Who's
because
next?
normally
Killer
Killer Bees, B. Brian Blair's the first one.
Yep.
When he came out, I was like, oh, that's Jumpin' Jim Brunzell. And then I spent until he got in the ring going like, what is the name of the other Killer Bee? And it made me so angry that I couldn't come up with it.
It's funny because there were some loud pops, and I had to
The
turn
crowd
on
was
closed
going
captioning.
Oh, the
Crazy
crowd
for
was
this.
hot
The
for
crowd was
this.
very hot.
Wow.
To turn on the closed captioning a couple times because you can't hear Vince. He's like, like, who the fuck is this guy again? Oh, Jumpin' Jim Roselle. Okay. Sam Houston comes out. He gets a big pop. Everybody's getting a big pop.
Yeah.
Sam Houston, like, I think I only know from Royal Rumbles. I don't think I know anything
Yeah.
about his actual character.
Tito Santana gets eliminated by Heart Foundation. Danny Davis with maybe even weirder gear.
Yeah, he's
Tight
got-
white t-shirt and
And like the
jail,
black and
jail
white.
pants.
And he is or was or would be coming. He's a referee at some point, right?
I believe so. Yes, I believe he comes. He refs the Brawl for All, doesn't he?
I think he does.
I think he refs the Brawl for All. This is my favorite moment of the entire Royal Rumble, and I like the end. Enjoyed this Rumble quite a bit, actually, way more than I thought I would. My favorite moment, shining light of the night, is Harley Race stuck in the ropes, getting punched by
Bouncing
Don
up.
Morocco, bouncing back and forth.
Popping back up and getting
That is
punched
my
again.
favorite
It was like
thing.
a weeble wobble.
That is my favorite thing that happened in this Royal Rumble. He does not get eliminated there.
No, he doesn't.
Boris Zukov comes in.
They mentioned that as soon as you go over the ropes, you're
You're out.
eliminated.
Yeah, it wasn't until he
wasn't-
touched the floor. It was
Yeah.
just if you go over the ropes. Yeah.
Yeah. Which I thought was interesting.
It was clearly, that's what I mean. And it's 2 minutes instead of 90 seconds. Like, this is clearly like, let's work it out. Let's see what the crowd
They're
thinks.
still doing the time thing, like, very weird.
Oh,
later.
yeah. Sometimes it's 2 minutes. Sometimes it's like 20 seconds.
It's
Also,
seconds.
they start the countdown at 13 seconds, which I thought was
Really?
a very odd number. It
What
would
the
pop
hell?
up on the screen at 13.
So weird. All right, so Harley's punch is great. Boris Zukov comes in.
Yep.
Then Don Morocco and
And
Volkov
Volkov come
out
down.
together.
This seemed like it was, shoot, what happened? That Volkov had no idea.
Yeah.
Wait, I'm supposed to be in there.
No, you're not, dumbass.
Anyway, they stop Volkov and tell him you have to wait.
And The Rock, the original The Rock.
Yeah.
Don Morocco. gets in.
Don get no. Is it Don?
Yeah,
No.
Don Morocco.
Oh yeah, Don Morocco. I'm sorry. Jesse the Body says something to Vince about you'll have to speak to my lawyer, which I thought was funny when he first said it, and then he goes, "You got Barry Bloom's number, right?" Which is an actual wrestling lawyer who he used to sue Vince McMahon later. Which I thought was so funny. He references this lawyer who he got in legal trouble with Vince McMahon later.
Pretty funny.
So Barry Bloom, who I think still represents Jericho and others, he's still around. Volkov finally gets to come in.
Yeah, and he's already at the ring. He just rolls
Yep,
in.
Just rolls in. Harley gets knocked out. Hacksaw comes in with a huge pop. He fights Harley.
Oh,
Jesse keeps saying, "Is he going to use that 2x4? You should get that 2x4 in there and use that.
you should.
You can win the match if you use that 2x4." Ron Bass, the Outlaw.
Possibly the worst wrestler in any Royal Rumble, and he's in a bunch of them.
This is the weirdest one for me. I forgot Ron Bass was a thing.
I don't remember which one was he?
Exactly.
Yeah, exactly.
Okay.
A mulleted dude with a mustache who was called the
old
Outlaw.
big guy.
And they said he has a good chance to win it, which I laughed. Like, how
He
does
was in it for 10 minutes, though.
Yeah.
Right. Brunzell is out.
Are you
Bri-
on the Wikipedia as well?
Yeah.
Yep. Okay.
B. Brian Blair comes in. Hillbilly Jim comes in, throws out Neidhart. Dino.
Which at first, Hillbilly Jim, I actually thought was Lou Albano. And I was like, oh, I forgot he sometimes might be a wrestler. No, never mind. Different person.
Not Lou. Hillbilly Jim. Dino Bravo comes in, who's the other, like, super jacked guy.
Dino Bravo is so gassed.
So gassed. Yeah. Sam Houston, worst elimination of the night, maybe? He's on somebody's shoulders and falls straight down to the floor.
Oh, yeah.
It's pretty ugly looking.
The dude, it's not even, like, the guy dumps him.
Yeah.
Flips him over.
gets shit canned over the top rope. Warrior comes out to not a pop. This must be very early on. Or
It must
Warrior?
be early in his run, yeah.
He comes out to, like, people are excited, but it's just like, oh,
But he's in-
Warrior's here.
Not the
For
kind of
less
pop
than
you
4
would
minutes,
expect.
and he eliminates 0 people.
Right, which is bizarre. Brett gets knocked out with only 2 guys left, which they make a big deal
They
out
do
of.
keep saying he's been in forever,
Yeah.
which in this case was 25
And
minutes.
then after Warrior comes in, it's like 20 seconds, like you said later. One Man Gang comes in.
Nope.
There's no 2 minutes here.
Nope. And every time I see him, One Man Gang is so large.
Yeah. Like
He's
was
a big man.
bigger than Hillbilly Jim, and I thought Hillbilly Jim was gigantic.
One Man Gang, let's see, he listed 6'9", 450.
Woof. It's a big baby. Vince McMahon says, why does everybody who comes in keep picking on Jake when they come in? They always beat up Jake. And Jesse the Body goes, just flat out, he's a snake. All right, no arguing that.
Yep.
B. Brian Blair out, Jake out. Everybody's getting tossed.
One Man Gang gets 6, which at this time is basically clearing the ring.
Yeah.
For a 20-man Rumble.
Jesse says, it's 20. Is it you, McMahon? Nope, not me. I would never want to get caught in there. Former, future winner, Vince McMahon. Right?
Yeah.
Doesn't he win?
I believe he does.
Junkyard comes in at 20 and doesn't really do anything.
Doesn't do
He's
anything.
tossed.
He's
I like that
actually
there's-
the quickest eliminated Junkyard. At
He's very quick.
2.5 minutes.
Yeah.
I like there's 10 people in there. I like when the Rumble has a lot of people in there. I understand why that's not good for wrestling, but I like when
I
it's
do,
filled.
but there is, especially when it's up to 30 and 40,
Yeah.
there'll be times where there's 13 people in the ring, and
That's
it's
good.
impossible to keep track of.
Yeah, but I like that.
There's a limit to what
I used to
gets
get
good.
pissed at that Royal Rumble video game when you can only have
6.
6 at a time.
Yeah.
It pissed me off.
Yeah.
All right, so Volkov out. Everybody's getting tossed. Hillbilly Jim out. Danny Davis is out. Hacksaw knocks a bunch of people out. Warrior gets knocked out. Junkyard Dog is out quick. Ron Bass is out. Very fun moment. Don Morocco, like, it's 2-on-1. He's, like, rolling around on the ground trying to avoid them. I thought that was good.
Yeah.
But he eventually gets knocked out after he knocks out Frenchie Martin, who I do not remember anything about, who was a manager.
No, he was a manager.
Oh,
for
the guy on the-
somebody.
He was on the apron and
He-
he gets drop kicked.
he had
Fucking
what, like a-
Don Morocco with a drop kick.
He had some kind of musical instrument.
Yeah, he had
or
something. I'm not sure.
A trumpet or something with him.
Hacksaw is in a 2-on-1. One Man Gang knocks out Dino. Not Dino. Yeah,
Yep.
Dino. He
Dino
knocks out
Bravo.
Dino Bravo. So then they say, how the hell is Duncan going to throw out One Man Gang? And Jesse says he needs to get the 2x4.
Yep.
But he pulls down the top rope and flips him out of there, and
Just
he
lets
wins.
him eliminate himself.
And then Jesse with a nice line at the end. I think he's just too stupid to do anything that smart. He just made him trip and fall. Okay. That is Royal Rumble number 1.
I enjoyed it. But
What did
I'm
you
sucker for
think?
These things.
It
I
was
love Royal Rumbles.
It was more fun than I was.
I thought it was
expecting.
way more fun than I figured it was going to be. Way more fun. What's your highlight of the night?
The highlight probably would have to be Harley Race's silly thing in the ropes,
Yeah, that's true.
bouncing around.
Well, bouncing.
And then I also just like to see a young Bret Hart just doing it, hanging out for 25 minutes.
Yeah.
Because
That was
even
good.
then, even though he was still like on the up, Vince could see like this is the guy that can wrestle.
Yeah.
I'm going to use this guy.
This is the wrestler.
This is the wrestler. That's the first installment of Put That Cigarette Out. Maybe we'll have a rubric next time.
And
Next
Jake
time,
Roberts was probably
The most over.
Yeah.
Yeah.
People loved him. And every time he would point for the
DDT,
Yeah.
man. Hogan was not in this, but he was on this pay-per-view feuding with Andre.
well, this was not the main event of the night though.
No, there was a tag team
A
match.
the Islanders versus the Young Stallions in a 2 out of 3 falls match.
Which I'm sure was probably pretty good.
14 minutes. The Islanders won.
How long was this
2-0.
Rumble? Do we have a time on this Rumble? Felt
33 minutes.
Very short. Very short. All right, that's the first episode of
The
Put That Cigarette Out.
the longest in was Bret Hart.
Mm-hmm.
The shortest in was Junkyard Dog. Most eliminations goes to One Man Gang. What else do we usually bet on? Oh, Tito Santana was second. One Man Gang was 19th, second to
Yeah,
last.
right.
Yeah.
Those are all the prop bets. we
Those are
usually
most
bet.
of the profits. We can't really do profits in the old.
Say my weirdo for this one has to be Danny Davis.
That's a weird one.
Yeah.
Because, like, I think I don't know if it was before or after or both, but he was a referee, and then he was wearing, like, the jailhouse pants.
Yeah. That
Nothing
was
about
so
this
weird.
made sense.
And he was wearing a shirt
Yes.
in 1988 when no one wore shirts. Even if you were super fat, you still didn't wear a shirt.
That's true.
So he was wearing a T-shirt during the match. That was also weird.